where you have sanctuary cities popping up, it is not possible to build that wall. So America has to choose, Mr. Beer, you're done. America has to choose between securing our nation or protecting the taxpayer. I choose secure the nation. I yield back.
He asked one simple question, and then everything got awkward.
My third term on the Oversight Committee, we've been talking about illegal immigration and oversight the entire time. I remember we had a group of this committee that went down to the El Paso section of the border. This was back in February, March of 2021. And during that time period, we were at one of the holding centers, and there were these buses that were coming to the detention facility, and they were picking up 30 kids, 50 kids at random, walking out of the facility. And when I went over to question the bus driver that was transporting these kids, border agents told me, as a member of Congress, that you're not allowed to question the bus driver. And of course, people knowing me, I didn't take no for an answer, and I repeated the question. And I was told that this bus of children was leaving El Paso and going to San Diego. And so what was occurring under the Biden administration is that they were busing unaccompanied minors all across the United States for one reason and one reason only. And that was because they did not want the press to see the pictures of kids in cages. They did not want to see our borders being overrun. They wanted to disperse that problem all around the country, the United States.
Jeez,
that is the reckless history of illegal immigration under Joe Biden and the Democrat Party. Mayor Johnston of Denver. So you lamented earlier that there were 10 to 11 buses coming per day to your city. Did you ever talk to Joe Biden about why this was happening to your community?
Thank you, Congressman. I both reached out to Governor Abbott from Texas. He didn't respond, and I did.
Why did you reach out to Governor Abbott of Texas when it is Joe Biden, the former commander-in-chief, that opened up our borders? Why didn't you talk to him?
Well, our buses directly were being sent from Governor Abbott in Texas, so that was why we reached out to say we're happy to collaborate on a coordinated entry system. We understand no one state or no one city should bear the entire brunt of this, but let's collaborate. But I did.
So I'm glad you said that, because that brings me to my next point. Governor Abbott and Governor DeSantis, when they started moving illegal aliens out of their states, who were bearing the brunt of what Joe Biden and Kamala Harris were doing, and they sent them to Denver, they sent them to Chicago, they sent them to New York, they sent them to Martha's Vineyard. The reason why they did that is because you four could hide behind the realities of illegal immigration on border towns all through our country, and on cities and states who did not want to see illegal immigration, but did not have the political representation to go to the White House. And only when it showed up on your doorstep did you get upset. Mayor Johnston, coming back to you, how much did your city spend on illegal immigration? Do you have a round number?
Over the last couple of years, on all newcomers, whatever their status was, it's around $79 million.
When it came down to Denver, at this specific time in our history here, this guy right here, the guy who was just speaking here, the mayor, he was basically begging, all right, for the federal government to allow or give access to like licenses and work permits specifically for the people that were being taken in. It makes all the sense in the world that other states that are actually on our border are like, if you want that, and if you want illegals in your city, I got you, bro. I'm gonna go ahead and send them to you. If I was Governor Abbott, I would not at all, under any circumstance, respond to anything oriented or circling this man right here. I'm not doing that. Why would I do that? I don't want to talk to this man. This man said we can collaborate on the entry to our country. Bro, what is wrong with you? Well, Denver's weird. These are the same places that want the most government entitlements. Like, all these places are like Robin Hood type of places. If you can give it to people who did not work anywhere near where you work to get where you are. I'm not talking about the trust fund babies, because that's a little something different. I'm talking about the self-made people. Okay? I'm talking about those individuals, the ones who work hard their entire life to get where they are. They move into a place like Denver. Then they get completely railroaded by the mayor for the sole purpose of transferring the funds from that person that succeeded to the other people who didn't. And then the ones who just broke into our country.
79 million. Mayor Johnson, Chicago. How much has the city of Chicago spent on illegal immigration?
If you're referring to the
whole cast up here, guys.
24 of the buses coming from Texas, roughly the same percentage of the state of Texas, about 1% of our overall budget.
What is that? Because I don't have the city's budget in front of me. Numbers.
It's 1%, and if you want the actual calculation, we can make sure someone.
You're the mayor. You don't have the math in front of you.
It's 1% of the overall budget of the
All right,
last
that's
4
why
years,
you're a failing
which
mayor.
is the
Mayor,
same number that
how
was
much did
sent
the
from
city of New York actually
state
spend
of
on
Texas.
illegal immigration? Mayor Johnson, I already asked you. You don't have a hard number. And if you don't have a hard number, you're not running your city well. Mayor Adams, how much did the city of New York actually spend on illegal immigration?
That's 6.9 billion taxpayers.
$6.9 billion of taxpayer money on a problem that was fostered on the American people. Mayor Wu, in the city of Boston, how much did you spend?
The whole
You don't
cast
ask
is
about
here.
immigration status and delivering
You don't ask about how much money the
city.
city of Boston has spent on illegal immigration.
You
Are you
don't
out of your
distinguish
mind?
between immigration status.
Do you manage your budget or not, Mayor Wu?
That is how we keep our
Mayor
city
Wu, do
safe.
you manage
We
your
have
budget?
numbers to prove it. I manage my budget. I have a AAA bond rating dating back 10 years.
So to the city
Okay,
of Boston,
congratulations.
just understand that your mayor does not care how much of your resources she has spent on people who are not citizens
The city of Boston is sick of having people outside Boston telling
Mr. Bear,
us what
Mr.
we
Bear, I have a question for you because I understand Cato's perspective when it comes to illegal immigration. I understand that the Cato Institute for a long time has had a standard of actually having open immigration into the United States. Generally speaking, I don't want to get into
We
specific.
support legal immigration. We want immigration to
Well,
be
let me
legal.
ask you this question. Because one of the great libertarians of the modern era, Milton Friedman, famously said, you can either have open borders or a welfare state, but you
Oh no, not Milton. Guys, Milton Friedman is going to be tricky in the area of immigration. Hopefully this doesn't come back to him.
era, Milton Friedman famously said, you can either have open borders or a welfare state, but you have to choose. Mr. Beer, what do you choose?
Milton Friedman said he wanted to allow illegal immigration to continue. I disagree with Milton Friedman's position around the country. That's in the best interest of taxpayers.
And I would argue that under the current system where you have sanctuary cities popping up, it is not possible to build that wall. So America has to choose, Mr. Beer, you're done. America has to choose between securing our nation or protecting the taxpayer. I choose secure the nation. I yield back.
I have never in my life heard anyone speak to these politicians like this before. My life, bro. Do it again. Mainly Mayor Johnson. Start in Chicago and stay there for a moment here, guys. I have been an avid, I don't want to say hater. okay. I hear this man's name and I'm like, why are we talking about this man? All right, get this man off of the TV. I don't want to hear nothing Mayor Johnson is saying from Chicago, bro. Not a single thing. Mayor Johnson, the same. Okay, now the one blind spot I had here was Boston. Right? What? Send me everything you have on Boston right now. Who is this mayor? Because what I just heard right now dictates to me that this is a failed state, guys. All right? Period. Because I mean, if your big city is being run like that, the rest of your state is probably terrible. I'm gonna talk trash anyway. I'm from New York, Massachusetts, Boston. I talk crazy, just like New Jersey. That's not the point. But I never knew, guys. I'm gonna be honest here. I never knew it was being run like that here. And the fact that that is like the reality of what you guys are experiencing, to the point where your mayor is like, when it comes down to city services, I don't check the status of it. What? Is that why Massachusetts is so expensive? It has to be, bro. It has to be the reason, guys. It has to be the reason why. Because other than that, that makes not a single bit of sense in the world here. This video here was sent in by one of the channel members, guys. Great selection, bro. Seriously. But anyway, listen. Now, you guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Enjoy your day thoroughly. If you guys are new, please like and subscribe. And in the meantime, I'll look and catch you guys later.
The partisan bill would fund immigration enforcement through the end of President Trump's term. The president has endorsed the plan, but GOP leaders face pressure from within their own party to add measures addressing affordability.
That's right. Senior congressional correspondent Nathaniel Reed joins us. Hey, good morning.